What's going on, my good people? It's Friday. The Knicks is playing the Celtics, and I'm in the mood for some pepper steak, but not just any pepper steak, some good old-fashioned Dominican style pepper steak. If you from the boroughs, you probably know what it is. Let's get started. I'm working with a pound of thin-cut, top-round steak. You can place the steak on the cutting board. What I like to do is lay every piece on top of each other. So here you can see I have all my steak lined up, and I'm cutting them about 2 inches thick. This style of pepper steak is usually done with these thicker style slices, so don't be scared to cut them pretty big. I'm just eyeballing what I feel like 2 inches is, but you can cut them even bigger if you prefer. Only thing I recommend is try cutting them evenly so everything could cook evenly. Alright, we have all our steaks moved into a bowl. Let's start adding our spices. We got 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of adobo, 1 tablespoon of that W sauce that we can't pronounce, 2 tablespoons of sofrito. Now, let me say this about the sofrito. Sofrito is nothing more than green seasoning, which is very simple to make on your own, right? But I make these videos with the novice in mind who may not really care about blending spices and going out there and buying cilantro and all these other things to put in there. So the Goya version works perfectly fine, all right? You can use that. Now let's get everything all nice and mixed. You can use your hands if you're about that life, but today I decided to be civilized, so I'm using a fork. But just get everything nice and mixed up. I did this and let it marinate for about 24 hours, which is what I suggest. But if you're in a crunch, I'd say cover it up and put it in the fridge for at least an hour, and should be good to go with that. Now we're at the point where we're ready to cook. We can start with our peppers and onions. Despite the name pepper steak, we don't actually need a lot of peppers for this recipe. I use about 1/4 of a green pepper, 1/4 of a red pepper, and 1/4 of a small onion. So we pretty much cut all our peppers and onions in thin slices the long way. There's not really much to it, so I'll just show a little bit of this process. On medium-high heat, we'll add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to a large pot or skillet with a lid. You want the oil nice and hot, so let this heat up for about a minute or 2 before coming in with your meat. From there, we'll come in with the meat. I'm just adding in a spoonful at a time, making sure every piece is touching the hot oil. And from there, we'll spread it out so everything has its own little space in the pot. We're going to let that cook on a medium-high heat, uncovered, for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you want to grab that bowl you marinated the meat with and add a cup of water to it. There's a lot of flavor in there, all right? So nothing gets left behind. Add that to the pot, give it a nice little stir, and continue to cook uncovered for another 10 minutes. Okay, it's 10 minutes later. I'm going to come in with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, give that a nice little mix, and then we'll follow up with our veggies, our green and red peppers, along with those onions, and give everything a nice little stir. From there, we'll put a lid on it, bring the flame down to a medium low, and then let it cook for an additional 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, you're just about done. Your peppers cooked down nice, Your steak is soft and full of flavor, and it pairs well with so many things, man. You can make this with rice and beans, white rice, or even some pasta. I decided to go with some garlic butter mashed potatoes, which I'll show you guys in another episode, and some sweet plantain. Also with a little side salad too, so cool little meal. But on that note, my brother hungry, man. It's time to plate. It's time to eat. Yeah, this meal right here, man, it just takes me back to NYC, man. I just love it. Used to go into them Dominican restaurants, and this was something I ordered all the time, man. But give it a try, man. It's pretty good. On that note, please like, please share, please subscribe. Until next time, y'all. Love.